Hi everyone. So today we are going to start the challenging programs of 100 Python programs for the placement students or even for the working guys. So we are going to list one by one programs. So today is the first day we are going to give the first program. It will be useful for the students as well as for the working guys and for the everyone. So I'm going to explain these programs in the simplest way. And there are several ways each program can be do in so many ways. That also I will be explaining in the coming videos. So keep watching on my videos and give like and share as much you can. You share with your students, share with your classmates, share with everyone and keep learning with me, okay? So today the first program which we are going to learn is to find the second largest number in the list. Okay. So everybody we keep doing with finding the first largest number in the list. It is very easy. We are doing the Python program, right? So it will be list, not in an array. So list. So let's start doing with finding the second largest number in the list. So I'll explain you how to do. This is one method we are doing, and there are other methods also we can do that I will show you in the coming videos. Okay, so let's start doing with the first method, this one, and I'm going to explain you how to do. And this I'm going to do it in the online compiler so that everybody have that online compilers. We will do it in online compiler and we will work out on that only. I'll explain you each one. Okay. So let's start doing with the first one, that is find the second largest number in the list. So I'm going to open my online compiler. This is my one of the online compilers. You guys can take any of your online compilers and you can work out on that. So let's do this. Okay. Now I'm going to delete this and I'm starting with my thing. So first we have to make a list. So I'm going to make a list that is A is equal to, I'm just putting list here. So I think it is a very small font. I will give you little bit bigger font so that we can make it in a notepad and then we'll paste it in the here. Okay. So we'll do it here first in a notepad, then we will paste it to the online compiler. So I'm going to make a list that is my list is A. List name is A. So in Python, we don't have to declare the data type because data type is by default it is getting by seeing the values on the right side. So when I put the list here 10, 20, 4, 45 and 99. So it is a list. You can see that the square bracket and so many elements are there. It's a list. So automatically A will be taken as a list. Okay. So list. Now what is the next thing I want? I want to find the second largest, right? So the first largest, you can see that this guy is the first largest, right? 99 is the first largest, right? You guys can see here. So 99 is the first largest. So you can see even then who will be the second largest? Obviously the second largest will be 45. So we have to get the answer as 45 here, right? Okay, to find the second largest, I'm going to make two variables. That is max 1 for the first largest and I'm going to make the max 2 for the second largest. Then I'm going to assign a value. So I'm assigning a value here, float of minus INF. So hope you guys have not heard about this INF. I'll explain you a little bit. INF, float of INF. Okay, now what is this minus INF? This is a float data type. This is a float data type with a value of, like, you can mention as float INF also, that is positive INF, and minus INF also. If you mention INF, that will be taken as the positive infinity, and if you take minus INF, it will be taken as the negative infinity. So this is the negative infinity. Okay, so I'll mention this here in the command. Python command can mention by using 3 quotes also. Also, I'm mentioning here the float data type with the value of float. If you mention the stuff as float INF, it will be float positive, or you can even mention float of minus INF, that will be considered as negative. Negative infinity, both are infinities only. So this you can mention for both the purpose, even for the negative or the positive. So we say to represent positive infinity in Python. In Python, this is for the Python. In Python, we use float INF. Okay, and for the negative infinity, we use float of minus INF. Okay, both the cases you need to put it in the quotes. Remember, you have to put that in the quote, in the single quotes or in the double quotes you have to put. Okay, so here you have to put it as minus INF for the case. So this is minus is using for the negative infinity and plus is using for the positive infinity. So you guys understood about this, right? So now let's uh, see the program. Okay. Now what we have to do, we have to loop it right now, right? Loop. So I'm going to comment. Now I'm going to write the loop through the list. So you have to loop through the list. Okay. Now, how do you loop through the list? For that, we have to use the sequence of for loop, right? For sequence for loop. So you have to declare a variable called n, and then you need to connect with your list. So how do you connect in for loop? In is the word for variable, new variable in, and who is the list here? A is the list. A is the list. So you connected here and put a colon. So colon is mandatory. Okay. So because this is the indentation in Python. So then now what is the next thing you have to write is you have to write if your number n is greater than max 1. If your number is greater than max 1, then what you have to do next thing is you have to make max 2 is equal to max 1. You have to make max 2 is equal to max 1. Then you have to write one more thing, that is max 1 is equal to n. That's it. That's it. You don't have to put a colon here. Okay. So it's my mistake. I written. So don't write the colon here because Python don't use colons. So max 1 is equal to n. So that much only you have to write. And then you need to write one more condition, that is L if. L if is here another condition you have to write, that is n greater than max 1. If n is greater than max 1, n not equal to max 1. So n is greater than max 2 and n not equal to max 1. If that is the case, then you have to give max 2 is equal to n. And then finally you have to write print max 2. So you are finding the second largest. So max 2 is our second largest, max 1 is the first largest. Okay. Now I'll explain you how this is working out. Okay, guys. So let me take another notepad here. So guys, what is my list? First you have to see what is my list. Okay. So we will list down the numbers over here. So my list value is 10, 20, 4, 45 and 99. Okay, so this is my list value over here. So how this is working through this program, we will have a look now. Okay, so the thing is, first I makes the max 1 is equal to max 2 is equal to, I set minus INF. I made the value over here like this, minus INF. Okay. So I had made minus INF of the value. Now the thing is, I am going to check here. I'm going to list the loop. So you can see the loop here, right? Loop 4n in A. This is the loop, okay? 4n in A. So you guys can see here, this is my loop here. So 4n in A. Can you guys see here? Yeah, this is my loop. 4n in A. This is my loop, okay? So this loop, I am going to now list. So A is a list here. So this he will take the 10 and give it to the n. First he will take the 10 and give it to n. Now what he will do? Our n is 10. So now we have to check. How do we check? So we have to check 10 greater than minus INF. Obviously is greater, right? Negative, right? So it is positive. It's obviously greater than. So in that case, what he will do? He will do max 2 is equal to max 1, right? Max 1 is INF, right? So then he will say max 1 is equal to 10. So done with my case. And it won't go inside this elif, right? So it won't go inside this elif. It won't go to the inside of elif, right? So this elif, no way it won't go, right? So no way. So now what we will do? Now the next thing he will do is he will go to the next one. Who is the next one here? Guys, who is the next one? The next one is 20, right? He will pick the 20 and give it to the n. Now n is 20, right? So n is now 20. So he will say 20 greater than. So max 1 here it is what? What is the max 1 here? 10, right? So 10. 20 greater than 10. Yes, 20 is greater than 10. Then it is true. So he will go inside and say max 2 is equal to. Now max 1 is 10. Then he will go inside and say max 1 is equal to 20. So that case also done, right? So that case also done. Now what is this? You guys can see it won't go to elif, right? It won't go to elif. So our next value is 4. Who is my next value? 4, right? So he is giving the 4 to n. So he is giving the 4 to n. So let's see with that 4. So that is 4 greater than 20. It's false. So because of false, it won't go inside. It won't go inside. And even if you go to elif case also if you have a loop, 4 greater than, who is max 1? 10. No. And 4 not equal to 20. This is true. But in AND case, both has to be true. So that won't work out. So this will give you false over here, false here. So it doesn't work out over here. Now coming to the next one. So you can see that guys here. So we have already taken 4 here. Okay. Now who is the next one? That is 45, right guys? So 45. So the next value is 45. So we are going to check with 45 greater than our max one remain 20 only. 20. And then in this case, max 2 is equal to 20 and max 1 is equal to 45. Got it, right? So it won't even go inside in this case also. In this case also, it won't go inside. Then again, you can see the next value, that is you are putting, who is the next value? You will be putting it as 99, right? So you can see here, the next value you will be putting, the last one is 99, right? So you are picking that value and that is giving to the n. And so 99 greater than 45. Yes, true. So max 2 is equal to 45 and max 1 is equal to 99. So finally we got it. Now even if you go inside this, you can have a check here, elif also. It won't come elif also because 99 greater than 45, that is true. 99, what is 19? N is 99, right? And if you see here, n, what is this guy? N is 99, right? So 99 not equal to 99, right? Max 1, right? So this is also for this both and case, it is both need to be true. So this is not false only. So this guy won't work out. So this is considered to be the false here, right? So we got the max 2 as 45 and we got the max 1 as 99, right? So when you finally print max 2, what you will get? You get the 45. 45 is our second largest, right? So you are getting the 45. So this is how you have to find the second largest number, and you have, so it is so easy to do it, right? So now let's copy this and put it our online compiler and see that how it works over here, right? So now here I copied and put everything. Now here I see, I'll run this. So what is the problem here is, I have to say here as I didn't finish my, this you have to finish your reports over here. So it is done. Okay. Now you run again. So it's like elif you are written here. So elif should be here in the nation problem. So you have to put this colon over here. Don't forget to put the colon. Okay. Now what we will do is we will put the tab over here like this, because when we put the tab, okay. So you got 45 here, right? So now you can even write here. Here I say second largest number from the list. So second largest number from the list is max 2. So I have told that to write like this. So you got the second. So however, it's so easy to find out, right? So this, like this, we have another two ways also we can write to find the second largest numbers. From here also you can find the first largest also. It's so easy, right? Right. If you wanted to find the first largest, it's like so easy. You can say, right? First largest number from the list is max 1. So we did it, right? The first largest also you can find it, second largest also find it, like, it's so easy for that. So it's easy. We can find out like other methodologies. So upcoming videos, I'll bring up the other ways also to do find the second largest. So let's learn the other programs also. Every day I'll be posting one programs. So keep watching my videos and please do like and subscribe with me and follow with me, study well and learn properly. All the best. Bye.